On Soni Irabor Live tonight, we'll be concentrating on World Youth Skills Day because today is the International Day for World Youth Skills. Skills, I have to emphasize that. And if you understand the fact that the world is at least 60% youths, which means it's more than the average, you will know that they are the owners of the future. They are the protagonists of making sure that today is vibrantly held together. And there must be a lot we can do to keep them together, to make them also think upwardly, and also to think productive. Now, skills is an acquisition that you have to be proud to possess. And that skill, if it's creative, is even much better. Tonight, we're concentrating on two people. Now, before I go to them, I want to look at the fact that Nigeria is especially blessed because of its population and, of course, because of its youths, because they're excelling the world over. In whatever they do, Nigerian youths tend to, come out tops or compete favorably with the rest of the world. Well, World Cup, which ended tonight with France winning with a lot of blacks in them. And Nigeria, I thought Nigeria would have gone far, but it's not a problem. Don't worry, that's another story for another day. But it is important that you understand that being a youth doesn't mean that you don't have a right to life or a stake in the society that brings you up or nurtures you. You do. And that's why African youths are proudly African. That's why in the World Cup today, there were at least 4 or 5 blacks in the French team. And France is a European country. So I'm looking at that and saying, the youths, we owe you a lot. And that's why we want to recognize that there's a lot we can gain from you. All right, having said that, I have 2 gentlemen in the studio. One is Ekene Ngige. He's a visual artist. And we have Chizoba Orji, who is a content creator and developer. Now, Ekene suffered from polio, mellitus they used to call it, and survived it. So, Chizoba, in the meantime, was born with sight, but just before his youth service, in the final or so year of the university, he became visually impaired. Like joke, he lost his sight gradually in quick succession. But he will talk about it. Gentlemen, you're welcome to this studio. You're welcome to Soni Irabor Live.
Thank you.
Two handsome guys in the studio. Okay. Now, Ekene, let me start with you because I'm seeing a canvas in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's a white surface canvas. What are you going to do with this?
I'm going to paint your portrait with coffee.
What did you just say?
I'll be painting your portrait with coffee.
Me, myself, eye portrait?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Sure. Okay, all right, I'm going to dare you. How are you going to do that? With coffee, you said?
Yeah, with coffee. Instant coffee. Right here.
Really?
Yeah, I won't be drinking it tonight. I love drinking coffee, though.
Uh-huh.
But tonight, I'll be giving you a portrait worth over 80,000 naira.
If you do it right, I'll pay for it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So the choice has to be an agreement between me and you, right? All right, well, start the process while we discuss.
Okay.
I'm sure, because you will need time to get all of that done, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But be careful with the chair so that nothing goes wrong, all right? Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. Right. Oh, okay, you're going to stand to do it.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
I'm fine.
And Chizoba.
Sir, Uncle Soni.
How now?
I'm fine.
Now, you are a content creator.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Okay. Before I start,
Yes.
Uncle Soni, I would like to give you some accolades. I've been a fan of your program for years, and I'm happy today I'm gracing your show. Thank you very much for that opportunity.
I should thank you for gracing my show. Such a handsome guy. Look at you guys. You're so cool, eh?
Thank you very much. A content creator is a person people see a problem, you look into that problem and you find solution to that problem.
Okay.
You are a content creator. You create, when you create anything without solving any problem, I don't regard you as a content creator. You create something in order to solve a particular problem, and that makes you a real content creator. And when you create, you have to develop. Creating is different from develop. You can create and leave it there. Another person will take it up. So once you create, you have to develop it.
You know, it's very interesting that you're talking like this, and I'm actually seeing Ekene do some creativity here. Anyway, I will try not to comment on your work because from time to time, Ekene, I'll be asking you a few questions.
No problem.
You don't mind that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, what kind of program? I believe we are talking about program. Now, what kind of program are you intending to create?
Okay.
Or content, if you like. Yes.
Okay. I have this content that I created. I call it The Blind Got Talent.
The Blind Got
Talent.
Okay.
Yes. The Blind Got Talent is a reality TV show where the blind people are given platform to excel. You know, in our country today, we have a lot of reality show, and you will bear me witness that I've not seen a blind person participating in any reality show. So I'm trying to give them the platform for them to excel, because I know there is a lot of talent embedded in all blind persons. They are not, you know, some people believe once you are blind, you can't do anything. But I'm telling you, creativity is a thing of the mind.
True.
Yeah.
And not your mere vision.
Okay.
I normally ask people one question. Of
In fact,
what
to buttress
benefit?
the point you just made, Beethoven was blind in his final years, and he wrote some of the best songs, you know, while blind. He actually wrote them to play it.
Yeah.
So that buttresses the point you just made.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. You know, I normally ask people a question. Of what benefit will it be for you to be sighted without a vision? So, you can be sighted, but really, your vision is not there. But you can be blind, and your vision is purely, you know, awake. So, in that reality show, the blind people will be showcasing their talents in different areas of music. I know many people will be shocked that we have blind people that can do a DJ work. And I will prove it to you that we have blind DJs, but they are not excelling. So I'm trying, in fact, not I'm trying, I've created already a platform that they will excel. This platform will bring them to the limelight, whereby people like DJ Jimmy Jats, DJ Exclusive will come to work in hand with these blind DJs. Are you getting me? So I'm trying to bridge that gap between the sighted and the blind.
Okay. Let me put it: the sighted, the blind, the visionary. You know, you already differentiated the two just now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ekene,
Yeah. So.
you're doing some solo art exhibition, and let me first find out how you acquired. I hope you can talk as you.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. How did you acquire this ability to just, of all things, coffee too?
Okay. First of all, I'm a professional artist. I was more used to painting with acrylic paints and watercolor, but it later got boring. I needed something different. Actually, I needed something different. I tried other things like shoe polish.
Wow.
I tried shoe polish. It was weird. Even when I saw the work, even the client didn't even know what I used, and I didn't really make a fuss out of it that it was shoe polish because it just looked like a normal black ink medium. But I was having this I was having a meeting with a client one day. I was supposed to be branding his coffee restaurant, his coffee shop and all that. And then I had a a drip of coffee on my sketch, on my jotter while we were taking notes and all that. And the drip looked so nice. The texture was so different and all that. And you know, when he was like, "Oh, you stained your, come on, get me a wipe," I was like, "No, no, 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 leave it. I like it. Just leave it like that." You know, they didn't understand what I was saying on that paper. You know, I was saying something different, something very beautiful. And from there, I was like, I should try this when I get home. So I did my first painting with coffee, and I really loved it. It came out perfect. It came out really nice. It came out different. And the sweetest part was that I still had the smell of coffee on it.
Aha.
You know, so when I have an artwork, something I really like, and then I have my favorite beverage aroma all over it, it was just perfect. And from there, I took it up. I wanted to expand it, and I've been painting coffee since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're going to do exhibitions, but then let's just go on a short break. And when we get back, we're going to concentrate on the work being done here by Ekene. And of course, we'll also come back to Mr. Content Creator, who has a reality show for the visually impaired. We'll be right back. Yes, I was at one of those functions just under 2 years ago when Governor Akinwumi Ambode, dedicated time to recognize and specially devote programs to the disabled in the society. And he went further to make a promise and pledge that he was going to make sure it was part of his program as a governor of the state. Now, when I saw you guys, and then that related today to World Skills Day, my mind went to that moment because he talked about the fact that even some of his classmates in school, he saw them and he felt like doing something. Now, when I see people like you, I can't help but say I feel like doing something too. You understand? The thing is, how do you, for example, let's look at Ekene now. You started dreaming big, you're a visual artist, but how did you fit into society?
Well, the society couldn't stop me actually because the way I grew up, the kind of mindset I had, I didn't have any, I felt I was the only one who could stop myself in everything I wanted to do. So even when I was in school, I was one of the top students in my sets, and
You studied visual arts?
I studied fine arts
Fine
in
arts, okay.
Yaba College of Technology.
Okay.
So this it was really a piece of a cake for me. But yeah, maybe due to my challenges, physical challenges, it was a bit rough trying to scale through education and all that, because for instance, Yabutech had their art departments at the top of a 4-story building.
Oh,
It even got to the stage my lecturers wanted me to be having special classes at the ground floor to avoid the stress of climbing up the staircase every time and all
And there
that,
was no
but
lift.
there was no lift. But I couldn't do that because it would be like I'm in my own world, my own competition. I can't see other students that would drive me and make me work harder and all that. So I refused. So for the 6 years I spent in Yaba College of Technology, I was always climbing to the top floor for my lectures, come down for breakfast, for lunch, and all that. Use the restroom. It was like that, but still, I came out with a upper credit, and I gave God the glory for the strength and everything.
Just keep painting. Just keep painting. I want to see myself. I want to see myself. Chizoba,
Yes,
you
sir.
heard your friend.
I heard him.
You, Uncle, you even had everything going well.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, tell us, please.
Yeah. When my vision began to disappear gradually, one of the greatest things that happened to me is that I lost my self-esteem. But at a point, I said to myself, nobody in this world can help you. You can only help yourself. Nobody can give you, you go and get it. So I have to change my ideology. So that is when I begin to think positive towards my attitude. People will always try to tell you, oh, you are blind, sit down. No, don't stress yourself. Oh, why are you doing this? Oh, I tell them, no, I will do it. I can do it. You know, you have to tell them, because there is one philosophy I believe, from you can't to you can, from you have limitation to you are limitless, from impossibility to possibility. Once all these things try ringing on my head, I will say, no, I will do it. And when I say I will do it, I will surely do it. That is how I begin to triumph over my challenges towards this.
And then you now develop this concept.
Yes.
You wanted to just do something.
Yes.
When did you start developing that concept?
Okay, when I developed, you know, like I said, I wasn't born blind. And after that, through your wonderful station, you have one presenter there, a very fine woman, Mother Atlanta.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I was lying down on my bed one day, she was talking, and one guy called. The person is a visually impaired person. You know, the person was complaining so bad. Atlanta said, no, you go for rehabilitation, do this. That was when I stood up. I told my people, I'm going for a rehabilitation.
Wow.
So I went for a rehabilitation. There I learned so many skills that is helping me today. And from that place, I noticed that, oh, blind people have a lot of talent. But nobody is doing anything. People believe that once you mention blind, the next thing is beggars. Blind beggar. That's what will come to your mind. But these people are embedded, as in they have a lot of talent. So I decided, no, I must create something. I must give them a platform. I must be their voice. I must speak for them. I will give them a platform whereby people will say, wow. In fact, on one of the, when we are shooting the demo on the Blind Got Talent, one of the cameramen after the shooting called me one side. He said, do you know that since I was born, I hate helping the blind people. I hate holding them. I thought that blindness is contagious. Something that once I hold you, I will contact blindness. He said, no, it's not like that. The man said, from today, I will start helping them. I said, please, try and help them if you see them on the road. Yes, to some extent, we need help on mobility. So help them on the road. But don't believe that we have limitations. Limitation is a thing of the mind.
You know, compassion, empathy, you know, the fact that you want to be your brother's keeper, these are natural human traits. But then the pressures of the world, you know, that leads to all kinds of emotional disturbances,
Yeah.
I think limits people and makes them unsure of what next to do. You know, I had to think of what to do because my producer said it's break time. Okay, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, I'll continue from where I stopped just now. All right, we'll be right back.
The Lagos State government has assured homeowners using boreholes that it has not authorized any staff or agent to close down any borehole in the state. The general public is hereby advised to report any such person to the nearest police station or dial these toll-free lines 767 or 112. Ministry of Information and Strategy, announcer.
Welcome back. Yes, the phones are open. If you want to get us on the phone, you have Ekene and Chizoba, who are two very special friends of mine who are displaying talents in a way that you least expected. Now, Ekene,
Yes, sir.
yes, you've said in very interesting ways how you've tackled challenges,
Yes, sir.
but you haven't yet said how people relate to you.
Well, yeah, I gained a lot of love through what I do, honestly. People showed a whole lot of love because so, some people even ask me, maybe if you were not disabled, you wouldn't have this kind of talent you have. And I'm like, well, I don't know the answer to that, but this is who I am. And I wasn't just, it wasn't only me that was blessed with it in my family, but I was the only one who took it up as a career. So these talents has been able to gather me a whole lot of love and fans that sometimes people treat me like I'm not even disabled. I won't lie you. Like my girlfriend, for instance, she sometimes forgets that I'm disabled and she makes me do a whole lot.
You know, Chizoba might be saying, Chizoba might disagree with you that you're disabled.
Well, yes. I actually don't even like using that word
Okay.
disability because I feel that it's actually a wrong word. So many people are disabled in so many things as well, you know. But what I can do, so many people can't do, and what so many people can do, I can't do. So I just feel it's an injury, and that's what I'll call it. It's an injury, and it doesn't stop you from doing or being anything you want to be. So the society and people and friends and all that, they've really treated me, they've accepted me in the society very well.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm talented and I've been able to teach them things that they don't know.
Here we have a call. Hello. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello. Can you hear me? All right. Please just go ahead. Once we can hear them, we'll discuss.
So that's just basically it.
Have you done any exhibition before?
Yes, I've had 2 solo exhibitions and
Okay.
a couple of joint exhibitions.
Okay. I hope my picture will be in one of the next exhibitions. Chizoba, what
Yes,
do
sir.
you yourself do? What did you study, by the way?
I studied economics.
Economics. Okay. So here we are. You're a businessman. You're developing talents.
Yes.
You know, hello. And when I look at that, I'm seeing somebody who is a businessman ready to spread his tentacles to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, what other things are you working, by the way?
Yes.
The way you answered, the way business assistant.
Yeah. Why I said yes is I'm not really engaged with any organization in particular.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Go ahead. Your name,
Fine.
place of call.
Charles calling from Lagos.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to the other the guy the actors.
The artist. Yes. That's Ekene.
Yes. Yeah, Ekene.
Yes.
I want him to keep on doing the good work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen his hard work somewhere.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So you're familiar with his work.
Yes.
Good. All right. What about Chizoba? Hello? Okay. I think we've lost it there. Now, yes. Okay. So you said you were working.
I say I'm not working with any organization.
Okay. This concept, this content creation is your project.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got that better now. Now, if we say you have this visual, this content creation as a project, and we say, okay, how can we help you?
Okay. Sponsorship.
Sponsorship? Okay.
Yes, sponsorship, because we have to bring it to a national level. We have to bring it to a big screen, a national level, where
Hello.
the whole Nigeria will.
Good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Chimeze from the person.
Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I want to kind of encourage the young man there. That
There are two young men here. Yeah.
Orji, Mr. Orji. I want to encourage him and just wish him well. Because
Okay.
he's quite an intelligent young man to me, and I think.
Your line is fading off. Can you speak louder?
Can I see that?
Hello?
And hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
And to the other man there, Ekene, I want to encourage him also. He seems like a good artist to me.
Thank you.
Something like everything to be easy with him. Just want to encourage him and ask him to what he goes out to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, nice day.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, they want to encourage you. The next call I want to hear is, how can we help you? Yeah. So, okay, sponsorship, you said.
Yes.
Now, a reality show, you know what's very involved in it. You
Yes,
require a lot of camera work, especially if it's a television type, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think should be the basic elements that you will require to make sure it is successful?
Okay. Broadcasting, in national broadcasting, like paying for all national TVs to show some is very expensive.
I can help you there because that's my line. You know, production, getting the necessary equipment, and getting the airtime.
Yeah.
Okay. We can begin to now look at other areas and see how. Yeah.
Another thing is, when it comes to a blind reality show, it's different from other reality show.
True.
Because if you are hosting the blind, the way you take care of them is different from the way you take care of a sighted person.
Yeah.
Because the blind people will always need guides.
Yeah.
People that will guide them. So
Yes.
it's quite expensive to employ other hands that will help them to do that. And other thing is the winning things, what they will win, and other things. Those that will sponsor what they will win, their take home and other things that will encourage them that after that program they will, become something. They won't rely on anybody. They will take up their career, and build themselves. They will no longer be a liability to their family. Because somebody told me that, you have turned to be a liability to this family.
Oh, wow. Somebody told you that, a relation?
A relation of mine told me that, you have turned to be a liability. And I know that other blind people have similar experience. Yeah. So, in that program, we need a good take home that after that, that particular blind person will not go back from where he's coming from. His life will change.
Yeah, for the better.
Yes, and from that way, we are contributing towards making Nigeria a better place.
Of course.
And we reduce the degradation of the society. And, increase the level of, should I call it sanity, because there's a lot of degradation in
Hello.
the society.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, fine. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. Sorry for motion.
Okay. Go ahead.
I want to talk to government that they can help all these people and to encourage them so that they not even lose their opportunities about their future. And then the government they have money, but they are not even looking at their side at all. Why?
Okay.
And they are trying. They won't be like us. It's only God can help them.
Okay.
It's not something that they have their mind. It's what God created.
Good. Okay.
That's what I need to advise government.
Thank you very
They
much.
are watching this program, but they are not even. They just. I don't know how to put it. You understand what I mean?
I do.
Yeah,
Only a moment ago, I actually said that Lagos State already has a department, I think, more than a department, that caters for the disabled.
Lasoda.
Lasoda, okay, you know about
Lasoda.
that. Lasoda, okay. Yeah, and so that's the point. The point you're making is very valid, and we will see how it takes off from there, okay? Now, Ekene?
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing, oh my God. Okay, just keep going. I can't wait to see this. I'm always behaving, I'm actually behaving like a baby already, thinking I've got a Christmas present waiting for me. And I'm telling you, okay, by the time you finish, I'll buy it. And I promise you that. But Ekene,
Yes, sir.
when is your next exhibition?
Well, I'm working towards October. Still
very
need
soon.
sponsorship for that as well. But by God's grace, everything will work out by God's grace. I set a date for October 21st.
Okay, where are you going to do that, in Lagos?
Yes, in Lagos at Victoria Island.
Will you let us know?
Yes, definitely.
Please. And then I also noticed that you've been on your feet, just doing this without your usual, assistance.
Yes, as long as I'm leading on the table, I'm fine.
You don't feel the wear and tear, the tiredness?
Nah, not
I like that
not
spirit.
like
Nah.
that.
Wow. Now, okay. I'm beginning to see. May I stand up?
Yes, you can.
Oh my God. Wait. How long does it take to dry? I can't just wait to grab one.
Well, it will take a couple of minutes to dry.
Okay, we still have a couple of minutes for the program to keep picking up.
All right.
And message for those out there. First, for the person that feels disabled. Now, the thing about even feeling, using that word, I don't even know how to, but it's because the power of positive thinking is ensuring that, we can say those things that will make sense and encourage you and motivate you to positive action. I'll say the rest after the break.
The Lagos State government has assured homeowners using boreholes that it has not authorized any staff or agent to close down any borehole in the state. The general public is hereby advised to report any such person to the nearest police station or dial these toll-free lines 767 or 112. Ministry of Information and Strategy, announcer.
Okay, actually, Chizoba had some video footage that would have been able to play, but it's not playing on our system, so I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see that side of it, but we are seeing the visual effects and presentation of Ekene, and that is one. But Chizoba,
Sir.
you have a plan to get all these things together. When do we think we should do that? I was actually talking about the people out there, but let me answer this question. When is your show? When do you want to put it together? If you have a projection, for example, and then you say you look for sponsors, and you say, well, see how that can be.
You know, we are on the second quarter of the second half of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to use this second half of the year to plan it. By January, we'll hit the road. Okay.
We'll see how that can work out. We'll look for a way. But I was talking to the people that may be feeling disabled. You heard Chizoba earlier, and you also heard Ekene. And these are people who have physical conditions of disability, not mental. All right? There are many people out there who have clean, clear-cut, normal, able-bodied, but they also have some form of disability. It could be emotional, could be mental, could be anything. But the thing is, your inability, or your ability rather, to overcome that situation is the most important thing. Then the other one is for the rest of us, especially those who can assist. Now, it's either you assist as an individual, or as a corporate organization, or as a cooperative, or as a government. Whichever way you look at it, these are the checks and balances and the things we try to do to help society stand on its feet. And in journalism, they say, in the estimation of the right-thinking members of the society, I like to use that phrase a lot. Right-thinking members of the society, we're supposed to be one another's brothers keepers, all right? And we're also supposed to ensure that our empathy is not wasted, and that the desire to help your neighbor is also not limited. Chizoba used the word limitless earlier.
Yes.
I was very thrilled by that.
Yeah.
And so whatever you can do, please get in touch with us. We have the Soni Irabor Live Youth Empowerment Forum, and some of these are derived from, in fact, our next one, we now have a partnership. We'll announce it in due course. We will invite both of you with your projects to come to the next Soni Irabor Live Youth Empowerment Forum. Okay?
Nice.
That's a plan. So calls are still open. We still have enough time. Just enough for take one or two calls, and then we'll now discuss further. While we wait for this handsome guy, this Soni Irabor, handsome guy. See, as it just make me fine. Anyway, they come to you later. But in the meantime, I'm laughing. I can't help. In the meantime, if we have a chance to get things together, Mr. Visual Artist, for your next exhibition, where would you like to do it?
Red Dog Gallery,
Red Dog Gallery.
Victoria Island.
Victoria Island. Okay. I also have a place. Can I suggest? I'm a member of the Didi Museum, and we also want to offer. Oh! So I'm going to now let the curator.
I had my very first joint exhibition at Didi
there.
Museum.
Okay, and I'm sure it was successful.
It was beautiful.
How did I miss that? And then as for Chizoba,
Sir.
nah, man, me and you, we are going to plan that reality show.
Thank you
By
very
the
much.
grace of God, we
Thank you
should get
very much.
it to the next level.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
sir. Thank
Is there
you.
any message each of you have there for the people?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Okay. All right,
I-
Chizoba, you first.
Yes, first of all, I have a message for the youths in general. The truth is that it's not easy, but the main thing is start something. Develop your mind and reach for your peak. It is very important. Change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, things will begin to work out. After my shooting of the demo, I was owing my media crew just to show you that it's not easy, but you have to start something. Once you start, you keep going, and I believe as a Christian that God will always be with you
Amen.
once
to
you
that.
start.
Okay? Ekene?
Well, I just want the youths out there to know that, including those that feel that they need someone must come to their aid to help them, to save them from, you have to believe in yourself. That's one of the biggest problem we have here in Nigeria. Youths don't believe in themselves. They depend on employment. You have to believe in yourself, because I believe every individual in this life was blessed with something.
Okay.
So you have to learn to grab that sacrifice, grab that belief, grab that faith in God. Do whatever you want to do, and don't let those voices left and right tell you you can't do it. You can do anything.
Yes.
Everything. You can do them. So
Thank you so much.
that's what I got to say.
And on those words of encouragement, is it possible to, it's still drying up?
No,
so
you
can't
can.
turn it. Can we turn it?
Yeah.
Ah,
In fact, it will even give a nice effect.
Hey, see what this man has done. Oh. I mean, just hold it your own way. Oh yeah, camera, focus, focus. CSIR, and see what he used.
My effect is coming.
Oh, is it Tony? All right,
No,
put
no,
it
no.
down.
I'm loving it.
I see what he used. Where's the camera? Can you get this one? Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look at me. See what he did. Oh, where's the phone? What happened to this? Oh, it's gone off. Okay, not to worry. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is Soni Irabor live signing off. And I'm going to drink the coffee that falls out of this painting. But this painting is going somewhere. And I promise you, we won't get it. If you want a cover, don't worry. I'm paying for this, by the way.
That was
And
nice.
I'll pay more than the value you're giving. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
say?
much.
I will give now.
Are you, you want to?
I will give that our handle.
Oh, yeah. Please give your handle quickly. Yeah.
On Instagram, I am Chizoba Orji.
Orji is O-R-J-I. Chizoba, Chizoba,
Then email address johnchizoba.orji@gmail.com.
johnchizoba.orji@gmail.com. Yours?
Search for Ekene Ngige on Instagram.
Okay.
And Ekene Ngige on Facebook.
Okay. And Soni Irabor live show for Instagram, and also just tag Irabor Soni. Okay. And thank you so much. I don't know what else to say. I'm just excited and thrilled. It's been a good day. For those calls that didn't come through, don't mind us. We will continue to perfect the art. Thank you, gentlemen. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
God bless you, sir.
Right.